Josh, my next question is, we see the guys who are going: Dillon Gabriel, Ethan Downs, Marvin Mims, Woody Washington. To me, Big 12 Media Days always kind of means like who you send is who you want representing your team. And Brent Venables takes that to heart 100%. And seeing that roster of guys who are going down there, OU fans may not realize, but quarterbacks at OU haven't gone to Big 12 Media Days in the past, like in a long time. So the fact that Dillon Gabriel, his first year on the team, going down to represent this team says a whole lot to me about what Brent Venables and this staff thinks of him right now.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Baker was the last time quarterback went. I know it's going to come off as a Lincoln bashing thing, and I don't really mean it that way, but it's refreshing in that there's not this hiding of guys, keeping Spencer Rattler back, keeping not any fake quarterback battle, which is nice. Jeff Lebby announced that Gabriel's going to start. Like, it was like January before they even done it. Yeah, he's going to start. Like, he's obviously going to start. You know what I mean? I really appreciate that because we've had just kind of silliness in this area for the last several years, and that was part of it, was not sending Spencer Rattler to Big 12 Media Days last year, which seemed like such a weird move. And it feels like forever ago, but that was a hot topic last summer, was how are they not sending Spencer Rattler? That's crazy.
Yeah, he can make time to be in Chicago signing autographs, but he's not at media
exactly.
day. Yeah.
So it has been refreshing in that regard that they've been throwing Gabriel right out there. And that speaks to the whole spring too. I mean, we got just about every single player of consequence at all in the spring at some point, which, again, not to just bash on Lincoln or anything, but it was very guarded before. We didn't get Caleb Lives all season. You know what I mean? We didn't get to hear from a lot of players. We only heard from about the same like 10 or 15 guys all year. In the spring, we heard from just about literally everyone. They throw everybody out there. They're very open. We got to go to practice a few times. You know what I mean? Like, it was very open throughout the spring. I think this is part of it. And it does speak to what they think of Dillon Gabriel. And Brent Venables has spoken really highly of him. Stepped in as an immediate leader. All the players seem to love him. Receivers are excited to play with him. He had that dime time retreat. I'm sure you guys saw where he invited a bunch of the guys out. They had a big event thing. It's cool stuff, cool stuff, leader stuff. And it seems like everybody's really embracing him. He's been awesome when he's got to talk to us. He's a super well-spoken kid, and he's ingratiated himself quickly. And that goes to show it. So it is nice that he's going to be there. While it may seem obvious, like you said, I mean, it's first time since Baker. Kyler didn't get to go. Spencer Rattler didn't get to go. Jalen Hurts didn't go. It's been a long time since we got to actually have the quarterback there. So it's going to be a nice little change of pace.
I think it speaks a lot to what this staff and administration, I guess, sees out of Dillon Gabriel, that since his transfer, he's almost been like a part of the brain trust with them, as far as he's the one on the offense, calling out the plays, shouting at people. It's not Jeff Lebby sprinting onto the field during the spring game. He's on top of it. He's organizing the dime time retreat. At least for this year, it seems like they've decided, hey, Dillon, you're our guy no matter what, unless, we start 2-3, something crazy.
Sure.
We're hitching our wagon to you. Go lead this team. And this is just another example of that.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, and they've put a lot of faith in him, a lot of eggs in that basket. And look, I mean, obviously the players admitted that spring was really hard. I mean, they're learning a new offense. And Jeff Lebby's offense is really fast. I mean, you guys saw that in the spring game. It's absurd how quickly that they run through. The defense in spring was talking about, they're going to keep guys winded because they go really fast. And it helps that Dillon Gabriel has experience there, with Lebby back at UCF, and they've leaned on him. And I can't remember who it was. Somebody offensive line said that Gabriel will frequently call out their blocking assignments for them, before plays. And he's kind of the offensive coordinator on the field, and they need that because, I mean, defense is learning new stuff. Offense is learning new stuff. While a lot of the offensive staff is the same, obviously it's a totally different offense with Lebby running it instead of Lincoln. And so there's a lot of learning being done on the fly here for this team. So the fact that Dillon Gabriel isn't having to learn as much, your quarterback, really helps. And he can kind of be a de facto coach, kind of in a way. And he's a very mature guy, and the leadership stuff comes natural to him. So that part's just kind of gravy. But yeah, no, they're really leaning on him hard. That's why it's been extremely important they keep him healthy, obviously, because behind him it's a lot of inexperience. They had to get somebody to transfer portal, and they did. Davis Bell from Pittsburgh, who's got a little bit of experience, at least more than what they had before.
General Booty too. I'm high on
General
him.
Booty. Yeah, General Booty from the JUCO ranks. So, I mean, they're obviously all their eggs are in the Gabriel basket for sure. And he's, they've thrown him right to the forefront as being a face of the program type of guy right away. Let him play both teams in the spring game, stuff like that. I mean, he's right away as, this is our guy. He'll be a captain, I'm certain. And all that. He stepped right in as, kind of a face of the program type of thing, which is what you want, from your quarterback.
It seems like all 4 guys they sent could be captains. Like this was a true captaincy.
Downs is crazy impressive. It's been awesome to see how quickly he's risen. He was the biggest surprise. Mims and Woody and Gabriel were all kind of like almost givens that they would be there. I was surprised that Ethan Downs is going down, but not at the same time. I'm surprised, but not, because he is really well-spoken, program guy, company man type of thing. He's awesome, and he's a really talented player. He's going to be really good. He's got potential to be great by the time his time's done. I got to call him a couple times in high school at Weatherford. It was hilarious. He would just dominate people. He played both offense and defense, and he's been great so far. And you can see him quickly, kind of climbing the ladder as a leader and all that kind of stuff. The fact that they're sending him to media days speaks a lot about him as a younger guy.